Hi guys, this video will help you answer the estimate question asked in a lot of PM interviews. This video will be helpful for you even if you're a student or you're a professional trying to switch to a product management career. So without further ado, let's get started. Hi guys, my name is Arushi and this video is part of a series of videos where we discuss tips and tricks of cracking the PM interview. The rest of the videos are linked in the description section and please make sure you go through all of them to do your best in your interview. In this video, we'll be talking about estimate questions and how to tackle them using the bottom-up approach. Before we start, quick definitions. For these questions, rather than starting from the top level like population, you start from a very basic metric like average revenue per customer and try to build up to the final answer. However guys, one quick tip before we move any forward. Please try to use the top-down approach more frequently than the bottom-up one because the bottom-up approach is more tedious and more prone to errors. So let's jump directly to the question. Estimate the number of people traveling via the Dubai metro every day. This question was asked to me in one of my interviews as well. Going back to the steps of answering an estimate question. Number 1, ask clarifying questions. It's very important that you ask clarifying questions so that there is no ambiguity in your understanding of the problem. And like we discussed in the last video, the best way to do this is to look up all the keywords in the question. In this question, the keywords are metro, Dubai and everyday. So the clarifying questions can be, you mean the entire line or any specific line of the metro? You mean the entire city or a specific part of the city? Did you mean a specific day of the week or on an average? Guys, I can't stress enough that asking this question is very critical as it gives you important hints towards solving the problem as well. So let's assume that the interviewer told you that he wants it for the major line, for the entire city and for any average weekday. Given this, you now go to step 2, making the equation. Pause the video here if you want to make your own equation and then we can compare our answers. For me, the equation could be number of passengers per coach, number of coaches running per day and the number of coaches per line. Now that we have the equation, let's go to step 3. Breaking them down into components and asking clarifying questions. Again, going to keywords and looking at different use cases. The first question could be, should I look at the women's coach as well or not? The second could be, I usually see that there are 5 coaches per train. Should I assume some other circumstance? Let's assume that the interviewer told you that you don't need to look at the women's coach separately and assuming 5 per train is okay. Now moving to the next step, doing the math. Now like I said before, we'll go bottom up. So let's start with component 1, number of passengers per coach. We know that the coach has about 60 seats and it's filled depending on the time of the day. For example, 6 to 11 is a peak time where people travel to school or offices and hence it will be about 150% booked. 11 to 5 are lean hours, so it's about 80% full. 5 to 9 are peak hours again, so it's about 150% booked again. And finally, 9 to 12, it's again a 30% full. The rest of the hours are non-operational hours for the metro, so we will not consider them. So this means that for a total of 9 hours, it's a 150% booked. For 6 hours, it's 80% and for 3 hours, it's 30% booked. Coming to the second component, number of coaches. Since we already agreed before that we want to take 5 average, we're going to stick to that. Next is the number of times the coach runs per day. Assuming a coach comes every 2 minutes and that one is going to and the other is coming fro, then we can assume one coach comes every 1 minute. So now that you have all your components, let's club them all together and get our answer. Before sharing the answer with the interviewer, let's do a quick sanity check. Since we know Dubai's population is 3 million, this is coming about 11% of the total population base. Hence it seems to make sense. By the way guys, I also checked online and this number is pretty close to the actual. And voila, we are done with our estimate. So that's it guys for bottom-up approach. Do check out my other video for top-down approach as well. Like I mentioned before, this video is a part of a series of videos where I will help you crack the interview. Please make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. And if you have any questions, you can put them on the comment section below. See you soon. Bye-bye.